Asia Pop 40.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Beverly Hilton Hotel.
Well, thank you. It's beautiful.
It's good to have you here. This is this is our set. This is Asia Pop 40,
Cool.
Asia's own chart. Everybody in Asia is listening to you right now. I don't know how are we looking at? We're looking at like, I don't know, millions of people.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
That is awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I like you. We're going to have a good time. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. But, I say welcome to the hotel, welcome to the show, but also just like thank you and welcome, to the stratosphere of awesomeness in the world of music, because it's so great to have you doing what you do, playing the violin as awesome as you play it. And now you're going places with it. It's great. Congratulations. I love it.
Well, thank you. It's been a really exciting especially last 2 years for me, have really kind of flopped my world a bit. And it's been I've had a lot of pinch me moments where I'm just like, is this really happening? And it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah. This is happening. It is happening right now. Well, listen, let's go back to the start. For those of you people out there right now who are uninitiated, okay, so Lindsey Stirling, you started off, like 7 years ago, not even, like 5 years ago, might have not heard of you, right? But you set up your own YouTube channel.
I did.
Lindsey Stomp. Is that right? Where did that come from, first of all?
So in high school, I was in a rock band. Yes, I was.
Yeah.
And our name was Stomp on Melvin. And so all of the members of the band, our email
Stomped
address,
on Melvin.
Yeah, well, we stomped on Melvin. And then our email addresses were like Adam Stomp, Lindsey Stomp.
Okay.
Randy Stomp. So
okay.
It's almost like an ode to my band of past.
So you kept it.
I kept
it. I kept it.
Okay,
so Lindsey Stomp, what was that, like 2007?
Yeah, that's when I put up my first ever video, and I really started to try to use the platform of YouTube in about 2011.
Yeah, and then you started getting more followers or views, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm still new to all of this stuff, right? So it's not so much the views that are important; it's the subscribers. That's what you want to get. Is that right?
It's definitely a combination of both. You can have one video that goes viral, as they say, but it's definitely not about getting a viral video, because that's a one-time experience. But if you get a subscriber, that's someone who's clicking a button saying, I want to see more from you. And that's a fan. Well,
you have a lot of those fans, because the last time I checked, I did a little bit of stalking, if you don't mind. So I'm online just last night, and I'm looking, and you have a lot of fans, man. You've surpassed 6 million.
Yes.
Can we just pause for a minute? 6 million subscribers. I'm not talking views or anything like that. And that's just people who can be bothered to go onto YouTube. That's not including all the other fans that you have around the world. Does that blow your mind?
It does, because 6 million, when you see it as a number, it's one thing. But then you think that, wow, each one of those is a person.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. And they're from all over the world. It's very exciting.
It's awesome. And it's still climbing. It's still going. But also, it was you posting up those videos to begin with. But then, of course, what was it? 2010, season 5, I believe it was, of America's Got Talent. Mm-hmm. So there you were. The whole world's watching, because we get it out in Hong Kong, we get out, and everyone's watching you. There you are, and you're doing what you do best. And it just kind of skyrocketed from there, didn't it?
Well, actually, I hadn't really started my YouTube channel yet. In 2010, I went on the show thinking that was going to be my make or break.
Okay.
And it turned out to be probably the most humiliating experience.
No.
I mean, I got
at that point in time, maybe.
Yeah, at that point in time, I got kicked off the show. They said a lot of really mean things to me on live television.
Yeah.
In front of the world, and I was terrified to step on a stage again, and almost kind of thought maybe I'm not cut out for this. But something inside of me was like, no, I'm not ready to give up yet. And so I started trying other things, and that's when I started really investing into YouTube, and was a couple months after that, and that's when things just went from 0 to exploding.
Yeah, but the thing is it's almost like, YouTube, the internet is surpassing TV. There's more people watching stuff on the internet than they are ever watching on TV. So, I mean, you did the right thing, essentially. That's the way to go. That's the way forward. Is that what you would say to other aspiring musicians, singers, songwriters, actors, whatever, people with talent, to just put their videos on YouTube?
I mean, of course, it changed my life, and it made my career possible, which, no record label was willing to take a risk on a dancing violinist. I mean, call me crazy. I couldn't see why. But no one thought this could ever work. And so I think the internet is amazing because it makes it possible if the other routes aren't working for you. You know, and it's kind of like, take the path that you want. For me, this is the perfect path. I can be kind of the author of my career. I can choose how I want to do things. I can do it my own way. It definitely takes a lot of figuring out because the rule books are being written currently. So you got to be pretty creative in your strategies. But my recommendation, I think, is the best. It does allow you to be 100% in control of your creativity.
You are your own boss.
I am.
That's awesome. That's who wouldn't want to be their own boss, right? You can choose your own working hours and all that stuff, right? That's awesome. So then, fast forward from that moment in time, 2010. Then you're going into 2014. There it is. Your album drops.
Bam.
Bam. And all of a sudden, people are buying it. Were you prepared for that? Were you thinking to yourself, okay, so I'm going to do this album, and maybe some people will buy it? Or did anything prepare you for the amazing reception that album got?
You know, you always hope that your album's gonna, you know, or you've worked so hard on this. It was like my baby. It was like I was pregnant and I was about to have a baby, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope people, I hope people like this, because I had released an album back in 2012, and when I released that album, no one really knew who I was. There were no expectations. It was just kind of like, I just was releasing an album because I wanted to.
Yeah.
And this time, there was a lot of anticipation from fans and people around the world kind of waiting for it. And I was terrified. What if they hated it? And so when it dropped and it went to number 2 on the Billboard charts, I was just, I just sat there and stared at the computer screen and refreshed.
More of that pinching?
Definitely more pinching. I mean, my arms were red. I pinched myself a lot that week. It was amazing, and it's been really exciting to see it it just keeps going. It keeps having life to it. If
there is one person or people on this planet who must be more proud than anyone else, it's your family.
Definitely.
They're the one. Talk to us about how you got into playing violin in the first place.
So when I was just a little kid, my parents used to take me and my sisters to orchestra concerts here in LA. We lived here.
Okay.
And they would also play these old classical records in our home. And so I wasn't really exposed to a lot of like pop culture. And so in my mind, when I'd see that first violinist come out and tune the whole orchestra, and they'd get the solos, I was like, that's a rock star.
Yeah.
That's when you've made it. And so I wanted to be that violinist on stage, and I begged for lessons for almost a year, until when I was 6, my parents were like, I think she's serious. So they actually sacrificed quite a bit so that they could buy me this little violin.
Right.
And they could, take me to lessons, and that was what stuck with me.
And they must be so proud of you right now. Like, everybody just... It paid off. She stuck with it.
She did it.
She stuck with the violin. It worked. And then, of course, when we're here, we've come a long way. We've come all the way from Asia to be here in Los Angeles. And, we're here to see John. You might know him. John Legend. Do you know the guy?
John Legend. Yes, I do.
Or is it John Legend? I don't know. I don't really.
It's pronounced Legend.
Is it Legend?
Yeah, it's pronounced Legend.
I don't know if I know the guy very well, but apparently you worked with him on a song that I might have done well. All of me.
It's all of me.
Yeah.
That one that was #1 all over the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Might have been #1. I don't know. It wasn't important.
He's amazing.
Just playing. Yeah. So there you are. You're working with John Legend for the number. See it right there. The #1 song in Asia.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Actually, true story. We played your version, the version that you played with John Legend. Yeah, we've been playing that in Asia, and people love it.
Really?
Absolutely
That's
right.
So awesome.
No jokes. I'm
so flattered.
There you go. So that must have been. How did that all come about?
It was really exciting because, his management actually reached out just seeing if, we're looking, he's got this new song, we're hoping it does well. It was really cool because it was before it was even released when, we came and started to discuss this idea of putting it on my channel to just get a different audience for the song. I was, of course, yes, I will do that. I would love to be a part of that. And it was really cool. We worked on the song together. We shot the music video, and they let me edit and direct the music video.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of a film nerd.
Wow.
At heart. And so, I, produced and edited the video, and I was so nervous when he was, coming, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if something goes wrong on, I'm in charge of this whole set and everything, please, everything go right. But he was so nice. He was so nice and, very appreciative.
Yeah.
And when I'm just no, thank you for letting me be on your song, But, it was really cool, and it was even more exciting than when the song, conquered the world, because I just felt like in a small way I had been a little piece of that puzzle. And
absolutely, you absolutely were. You absolutely were. Never doubt that. You absolutely were.
Asia Pop Party.